May I remind you that trading is risky and not suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you can't afford to lose. Welcome to Quant-in-a-Box Daily. Today is December 22nd. Super close to Christmas, almost the end of the week. And maybe some opportunities to make a bit more money. Maybe not. We'll have a look at the markets in a moment. What is Quant-in-a-Box Daily? Quant-in-a-Box Daily is brought to you by a tool called Quant-in-a-Box, which is your global macroeconomic quant in a box. If you'd like to find out more about what Quant-in-a-Box can do for you, go to quantbox.co and you'll see all the beautiful features this tool can give you and your trading. And 1 week trials is $7.90. It's a beautiful tool. It gives you access to all the fundamental data you could possibly need to formulate a fundamental bias and then execute that fundamental bias in the foreign exchange market. But it's not just currencies. It's also commodities, it's bonds, it's indices, it's cross-currency pairs, Japanese yen, USD. It's beautiful. It really is cool. Taking a look today in terms of what news we have coming up for us. Let's just choose the high and medium impact news specifically for today. All right, so we've got some data out of the UK today, and we got some US data later, jobless stuff, and inflation much later. We've got some inflation data coming out of Japan. That's pretty important stuff, guys. So keep an eye on that. And you know how the Japanese yen's been moving recently. Now, normally we go through a score chart summary. We take a look at our strong buys and our strong sells, but nothing's really changed on the fundamental side of things. So what I wanted to do today was just go through the currency page, just have a look and see where there are opportunities for us to do something in the market, okay? Start with Aussie dollar USD and the daily chart. We can see here price sitting at this 55 EMA, okay? Yesterday's candle closing up at the top of this 21 EMA, looking very consolidatory. And if we take a look at where price closed, you can see there's nothing really standing out in terms of price closing at resistance. Price coming up at 55. Okay, we had some movement during the course of Asia. You see price hitting up over here. And right now you can see that the H4 time frame is currently consolidating. Okay. So what we're looking for is we're waiting for price to come up to the top of the range. And then looking for a sell, okay? So I'm going to take a look and see where the H4 candle closed. You can see there, we haven't reached top of the range. We've got top of the range over here, over here, over here, over here. So we'll keep an eye on this. But right now, I'm going to let price continue moving up, okay? On the Aussie dollar USD. Taking a look at the euro dollar, you can see also a lot of consolidation. That's the H1 time frame, okay? A lot of bouncing around. What you're looking for in terms of if you want to take this up higher is you're looking for the higher high, higher low, okay? Looking at euro dollar, I'm really going to leave this alone, to be honest. I'm not going to touch this. Look at those moving averages; they're completely flat. Certainly not bearish. We noticed this yesterday. We still said like there's support down here. You're looking for that higher high, higher low if you're going to take this up higher. But right now, currently, the 4-hour candle closed up. So what you're looking for is looking for a candle to close down at support. So maybe New York, if you see a candle closing at support, one of these levels, take a look on the lower time frame chart and then verify that trade. Okay. Take a look at pound dollar. Yesterday, we were paying attention to pound dollar. I said to you guys, like, be careful of buying at the support level over here yesterday, because you want to verify this on lower time frames. You can see price did break that support. Currently, price now coming up to that resistance. Okay. Let's take a look at this, where price stopped yesterday. You can see this wick over here representing support. Okay. And you got this resistance over here. So 21 below the 55 certainly indicates bearish market. But is this a lower low, right? Be very careful. This not being a lower low, then selling a lower high. What you could do is if you were trading this, if you're looking at this and saying, hold on a second, we broke out of this range and pulled back to the bottom of this range, looking to sell, nothing wrong with that. What you're looking for then is just to verify that in the lower time frame. You can see here, we came off the daily M3 earlier today. And if you're looking to sell this and continue to sell on this pound dollar, what you're paying attention to is on the M15 chart, you're looking for price to close at resistance. Okay. You can see you've got resistance in various places. The 21 has not crossed the 55 yet. Okay. So that's what you'll be looking at. Just be aware of the fact, though, that this closed at support. And overall, the moves are very, very small, right? But that's okay. If you verified low time frame, then good for you. Of course, if you're looking for a buy on euro dollar, but your pound dollar is going down, things are a bit wonky, right? Cool. So what could you ultimately be doing? Well, you could be waiting for price to close at resistance on the daily time frame. Price, this candle here, this red candle, hasn't closed at resistance. So you could be looking for price to close at resistance on the daily and then take that down on a lower time frame. Or you could be looking for price to close at resistance on the H4. Of course, you have got that on the 4-hour candle. Taking a look over here, you can see that that 4-hour candle broke this resistance on the left-hand side of here. Okay. So is price now going to come back down, double bottom, and then come up? Is price going to come and make a higher low and come back up? All things are possible. Ultimately, what you're doing is you're looking at the lower time frame chart and you're verifying things over there. Okay. If price came all the way back up to the top over here and then dropped, sure, why not? But keep a close eye on your lower time frame charts if you're looking to sell pound dollar. Your pound dollar fundamentally is currently, let's take a look at the fundamentals. The pound dollar currently is showing a bias of sell. So you would be correct from a fundamental perspective to sell pound dollar. You just need the setup. Okay. And the problem is you don't have price closing a resistance on the 4-hour time frame unless you're using this on the left-hand side over here. Okay, you could be using that over there. That's fine. But then you just need to verify it on the lower time frame. Okay. So pound dollar, out of all of them, pound dollar looks the most interesting because of the fact that we broke down lower yesterday. But I would be careful of where price closed. The support over here. Okay. Price at support on the daily, price closed at support on the 4-hour, the price also at the resistance. So you know what that usually means, right? Be careful. Let's move on. Kiwi dollar, daily, looking a lot like pound dollar, right? So Kiwi dollar coming down over here, you can see closing at this support over here. On an H4 perspective, you've got price moving higher. You don't have the 4-hour closing at support. So what you're waiting for on the 4 hours price to close at support, verify that support lower time frame, and then potentially take a long. Just simply because of the fact that price closed at support in the daily. If you look at the fundamentals on Kiwi dollar at the moment, you'll notice that you're currently neutral. Okay, so technicals will decide this for you. So if you're looking for a long, if you're saying, okay, I want to go long euro dollar, long Kiwi dollar, I've got price at support, that's fine. Just verify everything. But if you're selling pound dollar, but you're buying Kiwi dollar, that's weird, right? So be careful of not trading in two different directions on the dollar. Okay. And also make sure that price is closed at support. Notice your 21.55 over here, 21 below the 55. If you're going to sell Kiwi dollar, then what you'd like to see is price closing at resistance. You can see this candle here. Wait for this candle to close. Verify a lower low, lower high, and lower time frames. Ultimately, though, you zoom out of this and you say to yourself, that's looking like pretty much of a consolidation. Okay, and you are currently out of position for a sell. It is coming close to Christmas, so we are seeing, I would say, fewer traders in the market, of course. USD CAD. Yesterday, we lined up USD CAD for potential buy off yesterday's CPI. And you can see that we didn't really move much yesterday. Okay. The support was holding most of the day yesterday. We've now come lower down. We've got this support down here. okay, to pay attention to. Of course, if you're buying pound dollar, then you're selling USD CAD. You just need some kind of resistance. You can see yesterday, if we look at USD CAD, we broke down out of this range. We have not touched that resistance yet. So you're looking for a pullback to that resistance and you're looking to sell. Right now, price is coming down and moving down into support. So if you suddenly start seeing USD CAD going up, look at your other CAD pairs, look at your dollar pairs. Are you seeing that being translated in the other currencies? Okay. Overall, though, you can see they're looking a bit messy, right? Okay, cool. Right, your yen pairs. So as we said yesterday, we're looking for yen pairs to give us some indication of like a role reversal or something down here on the H4 to look for a buy. If that doesn't happen, then we're looking for a continued sell, right? So you can see here, price currently coming up. Notice how this candle wicked down, this candle didn't wick down, okay? So we're looking for this to confirm a bearish trend or for it to cancel the bearish trend down here. Now we do have price making this higher low over here, but notice how you don't have price closing at role reversal yet. And you are currently approaching the 4-hour 21. So if price gets the 4-hour 21. If price gets the 4-hour 21, all you got to do, look at the candle that closed at that 4-hour 21. Look at if it's this candle over here, then that's New York. Then what you do is you go into lower time frame and you just verify it. You can easily see on the M15 time frame right now that this is currently bullish. Okay, I wouldn't be buying because of the fact I don't have confirmed bullishness on H4. So right now, I would be looking for this to get to a 4-hour 21 and then confirm a sell on lower time frames. And that could be executed across the board on your yen pairs. Now, remember, you got inflation data coming out of Japan later. So maybe that's the setup that you're looking at. Okay. Right now, we're not there yet, but maybe that's a plan you have towards later in the day. Okay. So you can see here, we don't have a higher low. We got price not making lower lows anymore. But notice how price hasn't closed at a roll reversal yet. Okay. And your 21 EMA is over there. So you could be setting that up. The fact that it's so far at a monthly profit taking zone, or in some cases so far below that, does not make for a nice opportunity. So you might just be looking at it from a scalping perspective, getting in for a couple of pips, maybe it's a couple, maybe it's 100. Whatever you decide to do, just be very, very careful and vigilant on those trades. Same thing can be said for Euro Yen. Okay, you can see it's just consolidating down here. So your Aussie Yen is the only one that's currently moving higher. Everything else is consolidating. Pound Yen also consolidating currently. Okay. So it might be something you're setting up in the Aussie Yen. Of course, if you're looking to sell Aussie Yen on your Aussie USD, you might be looking for opportunities to sell there. And so you then say to yourself, okay, have I got price closing at resistance? Again, recognize where the top of your ranges are. Okay. And if things are consolidating, don't try and force it. Let's take a look at our other CAD pairs. So yesterday we were looking at Kiwi CAD and coming off of the weekly target. Okay. So looking at this right now, I don't have the price closing at roll reversal on the H4. On H1, it's the same. Okay, you see the consolidation here? This is still fundamentally bullish. You can see here, if I bring up, let's look over here, Kiwi CAD. This is still fundamentally bullish. So you have fundamental reasons to be looking for a buy down here. You just need the technical play. Okay, so what you're looking for on H4 is you'd like to see price closing at support, looking for a red candle in the 4-hour, looking for the candle to close at that support level, and then verifying that lower time frame. Okay, cool. And then for the rest of the, as you can see, let's look at EuroCAD, because yesterday EuroCAD was at a profit-taking zone. So we're still stuck up there. Kind of come down off that weekly target and currently sitting between 21 and 55. So very a lot of consolidation there. I think personally where the opportunities could exist today are in the dollar pairs. So euro dollar, you're looking for price to close at support. Can you take price higher up off of this range? If you don't get the higher low, the price continues consolidating, leave it alone. You just trap it, right? So you're looking at this and saying price coming up higher low, or price lower high. But while it's inside this range, leave it alone. Okay. And then I think, so that's euro dollar, pound dollar. You're looking to confirm, can you sell that breakout pullback sell? Okay, can you sell that? Are you able to verify that lower time frame? That's one that stands out the most for me out of all these pairs. And of course, then how are you setting up your yen pairs for inflation data later today? Otherwise, market's very chilled. Be skeptical. You know, if you're in a situation where you're looking at the chart and saying, "I'm not seeing anything. I'm not looking. I don't see any obvious trades," then just take a back seat. Okay, take a back seat and recognize that not losing a trade is the same as winning a trade. There's nothing on these charts except for pound dollar, which could be interesting if it sets up, and the yen pairs for later as we get into inflation data could be interesting. But besides that, not really feeling like there are massive opportunities in the market right now with these fantastic trends that are taking place. What I would love still, based on a couple of days ago, we spoke about this, I'd love to still see the yens come up, confirm resistance over here, and then continue in a bearish direction. That would be absolutely fantastic. Maybe that's off of the 4-hour 21. We'll have to have a look and see how these set up as we head into Asia later today. Stay disciplined, stay patient, stay liquid. Have a great day, my friends, and I'll see you tomorrow.